Welcome. Just about to start class. We're doing yin. So if you have props, it's recommended to have pillows, blocks, blankets, anything to make you feel like you're supported in your practice tonight. All right, let's begin. So, yeah, if you're just joining, hi, Wahe crew. How are ya? Happy Moon Day. And we're going to do some yin tonight. So, grab whatever makes you feel comfortable. If you need a pillow, a blanket, a shawl. One of the things I love about yin is you can keep your socks on and stay nice and warm. And yeah, super relaxing. So, tonight we're going to begin in a seated position. And if you can't sit on the ground without your legs hiking up, I recommend sitting atop your bolster or a block. So elevating the bum often helps to just relax the hips. Okay, so comfortable posture. If you can cross your legs, please do. If it feels better with legs extended or maybe just one leg in, that's perfectly fine. And we'll turn our palms up towards the sky in a receptive, open mudra. We close the eyes down. We relax the face, we relax the belly, relax the whole body in this seated posture. And I like to take the tip of my tongue to the roof of my mouth to create a circuit for the energy, to create a little channel for that energy to recircle back to yourself. So if that feels good, rest your tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth and just focus there as you slow, soft breathe. The spine is tall, but the body is relaxed. Feel the breath entering and exiting the body. Let it be very aware. So, how does it taste? How does it feel? And slow, gentle breathing. Through this yin practice, I invite you to allow the emphasis of your breath to be with the exhale, to allow the emptying and the softening of your body for the whole practice. If you find yourself forcing or pushing or striving, try to soften that. Become more yin, like water, the moon, a reflection. Not so forceful, not the sun, not activating, but a passive practice where we come into these postures and then we rest. Bring the chin up to the sky, allowing the back of the neck to come together. Roll the head to the left slowly. Taking some full rotations and very mindful and gentle. If you run into tension, you can pause in that pose, in that position, and breathe into it before you journey on. So there is no rush. There is no outcome desired. It's actually all about the current moment, about the current sensation. Should feel delicious. The neck opens, the skin stretches. The 7 cervical vertebrae all get a rotation. Take 2 more in this direction on the back of the rotation. Allow your mouth to open, to stretch the jaw, the masseter connecting along the side of the skull. As your chin comes to your chest, take a deep breath. When you're ready to exhale, take your chin to the sky and smile and sigh it out. Inhale, chin down. Exhale to the sky. Ha. 2 more. Make some sound as we cleanse the throat. We remove any tension with that sound. Ha. Last round. Chin to the chest. Exhale to extend. Ha. And then bring the right ear towards the shoulder. Begin to rotate in the opposite direction. Full circles, exploring the neck for new opening. Face is relaxed. There's no tension building anywhere in the body. Two more breaths, 2 more circles. And bring the head to center. Allow the right hand to come in front of the face. We close the right nostril with the right thumb, and we inhale through the left side. When the inhale is complete, close the left nostril with your middle finger and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale left, and we continue in this way. Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Relax the jaw, feel the breath coming in completely and deeply. Feel the exhales complete and deep. Big exhales. As you're inhaling through one side, allow the forehead to expand. Think about the brow rising to the sky to make space. Back of the eyes, third eye to expand. Gentle lift to the brow as you inhale. Keep going. Make sure you're breathing completely into the back and the front of your body. And then next time that you exhale with the left nostril, allow that to be the last side and take a couple full deep breaths through both nostrils. Noticing any difference, any shifts. Slowly expanding the legs. If you're sitting atop a bolster or a block, please move it to the side. And you can bring your block or your support in front of your body. So this is going to allow the whole torso to have something to rest on. So as we fold forward, generally in a yang class, a vinyasa class, the feet will be actively flexed, turned on, and the knees are lifted. Yin, we'd like to soften the knees, soften the feet, and begin to bow forward to that point of resistance. So it might just be a little bit that you can bow. If you're pretty much sitting up, that's okay. Once you feel the stretch, it will get a little more open. The stretch will get deeper as we stay and we hold the posture. Many breaths. Relax your feet. If they internally rotate or however they choose to be is fine. We come to a point of stillness once we find our posture and we soften the body. All the focus is on the body to be able to scan and see where we can relax deeper. Relax your tongue, relax your face. Shoulders should be soft. Make sure you're not accumulating any tension in the shoulders once you find your position. Becoming still and quiet. If the mind starts to plan or strategize, try to just bring the awareness to the breath. Clear the mind to a reflective place for what's happening in our bodies. Becoming aware of the elasticity in your body. Becoming aware of those lines of tension in your body and sending breath into those lines. Five more breaths. Do your best to breathe long and slow and deep. Last breath. Allow for the exhale to be complete. And when your next inhale comes, begin to sit up, moving extra slow between postures. So we don't want to rush. We don't want to lose that awareness, that slow, steady focus. You can move your bolster aside. Begin to pull one leg in and then the other, meeting me in tabletop on your mat. If you have sensitive knees, bring a little blanket under your knee and bring your hands flat to the mat. As we inhale, bring your heart and your spine towards the sky. Tuck your chin, spread your fingers. As you exhale, lower your belly, extend through the tail, extend through the crown. And we're going to do this super slow and mindful. Inhale, round. Exhale, lower. So the breath is complete. It's long and deep, just not forceful and no rushing. Inhale to round and expand the back. Exhale to lower the belly and extend through the tail and the crown. Couple more rounds. Go with your breath. Inhale, we expand, sending the breath into the back of the body. There's a constriction to the front of the body. So where does the breath go? Where it's open. Expanding the back body. Exhale to lower. Extend through the sides of the navel, the chest, the throat, and the pelvis. Last 2 rounds. Tuck the chin. Press through the thyroid. And lower. Take it into a flat back. And we bring that right knee forward into the middle of the mat. So it's between the hands. Slide left leg back in space. Grab for your pillow or your bolster and begin to lie down on top of that right knee. So that right knee is in half Gomukhasana. It's to the middle, not pigeon where it's going wide. We're focusing a little bit more on digestion and a little liver cleanse tonight. So melt down, soften your arms, soften your breath. And there will be constriction, a little bit of constriction in the abdomen because there's a pressure from that right leg into the belly. And we breathe into it. Coming back to those focused exhales. The more we empty, letting go of the breath, the inhale comes with ease. Soften your head, soften your skull, soften your tongue. We have 5 breaths left on this side. Breathe into sensation. Is it more in the abdomen? Do you feel it in your right hip? If your head doesn't lie completely flat on your support, I like to rest my eyebrows on my thumbs, releasing any pressure from the forehead, from the back of the eyes. Couple more long, deep breaths. Try to release all the breath. When you exhale, you breathe out past the point where you think your body is empty. You breathe out a little bit more. Slowly, with your inhale coming out, hands press into the ground. Left knee and shin stay on the ground, and we slowly slide that right leg back behind us to hook the toes and press through the heel. Feel that energy flush and rush through the right side. Bring the right leg to float up off the ground. Left hand reaches back, and we bend the right knee to grab hold of the foot to press that foot towards the sky. So we're opening that space that we just compressed. You might feel interesting or a lot of sensations on the right side belly. Take 3 breaths. Lovely. And we release back to tabletop, bringing the spine into a cat pose, complementing that asana. Hold cat pose. 3 breaths. We hold the spine round, but we continue to breathe. We never hold the breath. Take flat back. Slowly slide your left knee forward between the hands to the middle. So that left foot can even be resting close to the right side of the groin. And we slowly lower down, allowing the abdomen to rest on that left leg. So as we lower, really focus on where do we feel the compression and can we soften? Or on the stomach side, that descending colon side, the side where we need to let go and learn to release. So soften into it. We settle in slowly, each exhale releasing our belly more. Watching for any emotional releases, storing old emotions in the abdomen. And continue to breathe, finding support for your head. Relax your jaw. There should be space between the top and bottom teeth. Relax the deep belly. Relax your shoulders. If your shoulders and your scapulas are coming together on your back, let them go. We don't want to be any tension accumulating. We want to soften. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of it, where it's going in your body. Find a softness and an ease to your posture and just enjoy it. Exhale completely. Five more breaths, slowing down the body, slowing down the breath. Next inhale, start to come up slowly, pressing the palms into the mat. We can watch the vulnerability, we watch the movement and how we feel as we come out of the posture. Left leg extends, hook the toes, and press through the heel. Feel that flash and rush of energy through the left leg. Breathe through the length of your left leg. Lovely. Left leg floats. Right arm reaches back to bend the left knee, grab hold of the foot, and press the foot to the sky. So now we open that space. Breathe into the left side belly. You can picture your stomach and expand it with breath. One more. Gently release. Taking one big cat pose around the spine. Feel your back body. Hold this pose for 3 breaths. You can sigh it out if it feels good, creating an extra release. Flatten your spine. And if your knees are not already on a blanket, I highly recommend it for the next posture. We walk our knees wide as if you were coming into a wide knee child's pose. And then make sure you have your support to begin. If you feel like your hips are very tight, take your support on its highest level. Okay? You can also use it on its medium or low level. Knees go wide at the hips. So this is frog pose. The more that you bring your shins parallel to the sides of the mat, the deeper the stretch. So if you feel like, ow, too much already, angle your feet in slightly until you feel that sensation that's sustainable. So you don't want to come in too deep right away. If you're already like, this is a lot, you're going to be here for a while. So ease out and start to lower your chest. So the bum is not back in space like a child's pose. It's just centered. Knees are out to the sides. And we breathe into those inner meridians. Find your posture and stay and breathe. Nothing moves. We don't fidget or adjust. We actually just feel the movement that each breath brings. Head can be centered or to one side, allowing the body to rest. Feel this beautiful passivity. So much yoga, we're always focused on an intention, maybe a goal or an outcome of a specific posture, a way that we think it should look or feel. But in yin, we really just sit with ourselves, sit with the posture, however comfortable or uncomfortable, and we just reflect and notice all the happenings under the surface. Keep breathing. Take your focus back to your exhale. Let the exhales be extra long, extra emptying, creating that blank space. Five more rounds of breath. Very slowly, if your head's to one side, bring it to center. Allow your hands to come to the mat underneath your shoulders And 1 foot at a time, we actually bring the toes towards each other, towards midline. Press up with the arms and begin to walk. One knee in, and then the other knee in, and then the knees all the way together. So the inner thighs, the adductors are touching. And sway your hips in a little half circle. So we're going to sway to the left, push into the outer hip socket, back through the back to the right. Keep going a couple rounds. Let your head go. Your head can go opposite of the hips. Let your breath be your guide. Just feel the sensations after frog pose. Last round. Great job. Come back to tabletop. Hook your toes under and begin to sit back onto your heels. So the toes and the feet are in flexion. This can be a lot if you have really tense feet. So make sure to come forward and rest your hands, keeping those feet in flexion. If it's okay for you to sit completely on the heels, do. Toes are spread, tucked under, and we breathe. The focus is on the lungs. We feel the cilia, the little hairs in the lungs, moving and waking up. You may start to feel a sense of heat, expansion, sometimes even like a slight nausea, because we're really clearing the lungs. Take 3 more breaths if possible. Hands can rest on the legs or arms can reach up. Slow descend, hands to the mat, flat palms, toenails to the mat, and we tap the feet. Pound them out. Shake your head no while you pound your feet. Should be some beautiful sensation. Lovely. Start to flip your feet under, taking them as wide as your hips or wider with bent knees, and we forward fold. This is a cascading of the spine. So if your head is pulled up and you feel the neck skin rolling, release your gaze, release your head through the legs. Knees are slightly bent as to keep the flow of energy. Hands can rest on the ground. You can also slide your palms underneath your feet to again create that circle of energy. Deep breathing. Release your shoulders. Release your spine. Keeping the inhale through the nose, your choice to exhale through nose or mouth. Focus on the exhale. Five more breaths. If you're standing on your hands, slide your hands out from under your feet. Make sure your feet are wider than your hips. If you have to heel toe them a little wider, you can. And then slowly begin to lower your bum towards squat pose. If squat is hard for you, bring a block or your bolster underneath to support you. So you're physically sitting atop something if this is challenging for your knees. Take a look at your toes. They're not so wide that you're cranking your ankle. They're actually pointing about 45 degrees. Take your hands into prayer, and those elbows will press into the inner knee. Thumbs rest against the heart. And when you find this posture, spread your toes. It helps to spread your fingers. And start to close your eyes, following the breath. Feel that settling, not constantly shifting or moving or creating space. We settle in, we breathe long and deep. Keep the neck long and extended, as soft as you can. Keep the parts of your body that you can soften. Tip of the tongue comes back to the roof of the mouth, creating that lovely little mudra, that circular motion of the energy through the whole body. Take 3 more breaths. If it gets challenging, just stay with the breath. Know that it is not forever. Everything is temporary. And gently release the hands, bringing those knees down to the ground, sliding that right leg forward in space. So that left leg is still hooked back. If this is too much for your knee or your quad, switch that expression and bring your left foot forward inside the right leg. Otherwise, you're in half hero with that left heel tucked in towards the bum. Sit up tall, feel that extension of the right leg, and then if possible, start to bow forward. You can always grab your block, your bolster, and help yourself into a supported stretch for the right leg. Maybe it's not far. Maybe you're seated completely straight up, noticing the sensation. It could be just right. Maybe you're bowing over right leg, and we breathe. Soften the left leg, soften the right leg. Right foot is turned off. It's not active. If you tap on it, it's movable, it's pliable. We have 5 more breaths. Try to soften the shoulders and the neck. Soften the throat and the tongue. Breathing through the tension, breathing through the stretch. Allow your posture to come out slow. Left leg releases straight. Both legs straight, hands to your knees, and shake your legs. So the hands push the legs internal, and then the external is just a rebound. Sigh it out. Notice the legs. You can move up your quads. Last breath here. And doing the same posture on the other side. So if you had that foot inside the leg, bring right foot inside. If you were going for the half heroes pose, tuck that right heel to the lateral portion of your right bum, and the foot is flexed or pointed. I find that in flexion, I get a little intense on my ankle. I have some scar tissue, so I like to point my foot. See what's best for you. Turn off your left leg. Maybe you need that support. I do on my left side so I don't tip over. And then start to bow forward. Each side will be different. Maybe this side feels a lot more tense. Maybe you have more room to soften. Relax your hands. Relax the expression of your face. Relax deep to your belly. Focusing on the exhale, allowing the parasympathetic nervous system to respond to what we're doing. We're softening. We're inviting that rest and digest, rest and repose. Five more deep breaths. Do your best to stay still. Can be a challenge, speaking for myself. One more last complete exhale. All the breath out. Come up nice and slow, watching the sensations as we move from this posture. Right leg comes straight out. Ooh, observing. Hands to the knees. Slightly rock the legs. Rock, rock, rock. 2 full breaths. Option to sigh it out. Sound is a very good way to release internal tension. Nice job. Take your bolster, your pillow, long ways on your mat, and allow it to come just to the sacrum. So your low back is touching the bolster. Soles of the feet come to touch, knees are open wide, and we begin to recline back. You can always pick up your bum and tuck your tail to find that nice elongation to your low back. Maybe arms are out, palms to the sky, getting this beautiful opening through the chest and the heart. Maybe arms come overhead and interlace. This is the full back bend with arms overhead, opening that whole frontal plane. Rectus abdominis, all the way down into the hips. If the knees being open is an overstretch for you, you can place blocks or pillows on the ground and let the knees rest on that. Find your position. Notice not to go too deep too soon. And then settle into stillness and breathe. Enjoy the time of reflection, whatever shows up in the mind, in the heart, in the body. Slow, long, deep breaths. Check in with your heart, check in with your throat. Feel an expansion in both zones. Let the belly get big with the inhale. It expands. Let the exhale be complete. Take your time with the exhale. Try not to let all of the breath exit at once. Take 5 more breaths in this Supta Baddha Konasana. Hips and heart and chest open. Release your arms if they're overhead and let them rest down by the sides of your body, palms on the ground. Heel toe your feet away from one another and bring your feet to the mat, feet as wide as the mat, knees to the sky. Press into your feet to tuck your pelvis, and then let your knees slowly fall to the right. Bring the knees through center slow and let them fall to the left. Rolling on to that lateral left foot, that medial right foot. One more to each side. Go slow. Should be lots of sensation, so just be aware of the sensation as we move. Over to the left, last side. Big yummy exhale. And bring those knees to center. Extending the left leg and then the right. Come up slowly from the bolster to a seated posture. Sweep the arms straight forward and up. Twist to the right, hands get involved, and we exhale. Inhale, sweep it to center. Arms reach forward and up, frontal plane. And we twist to the left, hooking the hands, wringing it out. One more to each side. Inhale, reach. Fresh breath, moving that energy, and twist right. Last one. Inhale, center, arms sweep up. It's slow. It's graceful. We twist to the left. Bring it all the way back to center. You can slide your bolster out and come to lying flat on your back. If you have low back pain or you're on your cycle or you tend to have some lumbar sciatica issues, take your bolster, plump it up. You might have to push it a little bit and bring it behind your knees so that your knees are elevated slightly. Your butt, the fleshy part of your butt, your back, your head are all on the ground. You can cover your body with a blanket. If you have an eye pillow, you can place an eye pillow over your eyes. And taking those final adjustments to make your body comfortable in Shavasana. This is the pose of integration, letting the cells settle in to the body, letting them remember this practice so next time we do it, we can possibly go deeper in mind and spirit. So once you find your Shavasana, get comfortable, become still and quiet. We rest, allowing the sounds of the gong to wash over your body. No need to do anything, just rest until you hear my voice bringing you back. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurade Name. Ad Sach Jugad Sach, Habi Sach, Nani Kosi Bi Sach. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurade Name. Ad Sach Jugad Sach, Habi Sach, Nani Kosi Bi Sach. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurade Name. Ad Sach Jugad Sach, Habi Sach, Nani Kosi Bi Sach. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And beginning to come out of your Shavasana with a deep breath to the belly. Movements to your toes and movements to your fingers. Moving enough that you can begin to reawaken from this tiny death, this Shavasana, this corpse pose. And roll gently onto one side, resting with the knees close to the chest for a short little fetal position. Spending a moment giving gratitude to your body, thanking it. It listens to every word and every thought. So if we feed it with positivity, gratitude, help, knowing that that is our true selves, our true desire, and press yourself to a seated posture, coming back to where we began our practice this evening, this yin practice to relax and restore. Come to a cross leg. When you get there, scoop your arms wide. Big inhale to reach up and out, palms to touch, hands to your heart. And in yin, we just finish with a bow, a soft, humble, lowering the forehead. It is my honor to practice with you. Namaste. Thank you, yogis and friends and family. Wahe crew. You can like the page and subscribe. If you like to donate, there are many buttons to donate to the Wahe crew, to me and Andrea, and to further this project. So many blessings. Happy Moon Day. And we'll see you on Friday for the flow practice. Namaste.